This program was produced by and first broadcast on Radio Kidnappers, a community access media station. Thanks to New Zealand On Air for making this type of programming possible.
Good morning, it's Heiko here from the Acupuncture On Air show. How are you for this wonderful Chinese New Year of the Rat? And I thought as a sort of a New Year's Chinese, what do you call a resolution? We're going to be talking to Mana Fleming from Christchurch, who's an acupuncturist and also a Tai Chi instructor. And so for those of you who want to take up, a new leaf for the year, you'll be able to learn all about Tai Chi. So good morning, Mana. How are you?
Good morning, Heiko. I'm very well, thank you.
And so what's happening down in Christchurch now? Is it hot or is it cold or what?
It's a bit grey today, actually. A bit grey, but it's been grey every morning, and once the cloud burns off, it kind of heats up a bit. So,
yeah, well, we've been having a heat wave up here, sort of 3, 4.
God, lucky you guys.
Yeah. Well, listen, tell us a bit about yourself first. I mean, how did you get interested in acupuncture and also Tai Chi? Did one sort of lead to the other, or you started off with Tai Chi, or what happened?
Yeah. Actually, Heiko, I started off with Tai Chi, actually, quite some years ago, and it was really around, I'd been working in very high, intense stress work for about 20 years. And I realised that everything I was doing was sort of at a high level, like sport and full-on work. And so I felt the need to calm down and to slow down. And I thought, I'll do movement that's slower. I'll try the Tai Chi. And interestingly, now that I've sort of done a full circle and I'm teaching group fitness classes, I actually do teach people to really, really slow down and do the movements correctly. So it's kind of come full circle.
Fantastic. Now, what about your acupuncture? How did you get involved in that? Or what happened there?
I don't know, a little bit by accident. You were running a herb class, and I went, I'll do herbs. And then I went, maybe I'll become an acupuncturist. But I'm quite needle phobic. Oh my God, what do I do? So, I just overcame needle phobia and
Fantastic.
did both of them.
Now, you went on a special Tai Chi delegation last year under invitation from the Chinese government. Can you tell us a little bit about that trip to Beijing that you were on last year?
Yeah, it was actually a bit exciting for me, Heiko, through the New Zealand-China Friendship Society. And I actually hadn't really ever travelled overseas before apart from Australia, and I found myself in Beijing and with a group of other people from New Zealand and people from about 12 or 13 other countries that were all invited along, and we got toured around and we got to do Tai Chi in a gymnasium that was used for the 2008 Olympics. We were at Expo Beijing. We did Tai Chi on the Great Wall, and also we did Tai Chi in a theatre, a martial arts performance. And my favourite was actually doing Tai Chi in the park with the locals. Really.
Right, fantastic.
yeah.
All right, now look, I know that everyone, it's like everyone's heard of acupuncture now, and it's like everyone's heard of Tai Chi, which is great. But what about the numbers of people actually practicing it? Are most people still going to the gym, or like in Ken's case here, he runs around the block? Yeah. And are you finding more people are doing Tai Chi just as they're turning to acupuncture?
Look, Heiko, really not in the same way as I observe people doing yoga. I think people find that easier. I think the Tai Chi is quite tricky, that it balances kind of left and right. Mm-hmm. And so I've noticed that right-handed people become exceptionally right dominant, and it becomes tricky to start balancing by using the left side of the body. Tai Chi also requires sort of discipline and repetition, and our Western minds sometimes find that a bit boring.
Right.
In saying that, once we overcome that, we find refinement, we find skill, a quieter mind, and a more peaceful heart. So once people overcome that block, they kind of really want to do it and keep doing it because they feel better.
I wonder if we can convert Ken to do Tai Chi, get him up at...
I'm sure.
I'm sure you couldn't.
But listen, another thing which I'd say is surprisingly, or perhaps I should say not surprisingly, ACC used to actually have Tai Chi prevention injury classes.
Yeah.
And science, if you like, the modern research, showed that Tai Chi can help balance as well as muscle strength. And I know that Tai Chi helps many aspects of health, but how does it help with balance and muscle strength? Because, when people look at it, it looks like so simple. Like you think, well, how could that do anything?
Look, just to mention something there, Heiko, I think somebody that's good at Tai Chi makes it look really easy, and it's not until you actually do it that you appreciate really what's going on. Look, I had to think about this, and there's a concept, it's a Western concept. I've tried to pull out a Western concept, and it's called proprioception. So it's about when you do a movement, and if you do it lightly and slowly, the muscle remembers what to do. So I kind of call it muscle intelligence. And so when we keep practicing over and over a movement or a stance, a way we stand, and we kind of relax into that, the body relaxes, and then by slowly moving over and over again, the body knows what to do automatically when we get into a bit of trouble.
Okay.
Like tripping or something. So I have an example of that. I was at a performance, and I was going up to my seat, and I fell through a hole, and I dropped straight down immediately. Now, if I hadn't have done Tai Chi, my left leg wouldn't have held my whole body weight. So I dropped straight through to the floor to about my butt level, really, but my left leg would hold me up. Now, it was unexpected, and I hadn't really completed that movement before, but my body knew what to do because I'd been doing all these slow movements over and over again.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, it was quite, I was like, oh my goodness, Tai Chi helped me survive this. And the other thing I might add is that I've had a lady do Tai Chi with me for more than 10 years now, and last year, or maybe the year before, she was 81, and she fell and broke her hip. Now, she was back at Tai Chi in 8 weeks.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and that's that proprioception, that movement, so the body knew how to repair itself.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, I know that a lot of Western medicine, and people go to the doctors, and I know of my own patients, and I've been to the doctor and I've got this, and then in the end, the only diagnosis, they say it's stress,
Yeah.
And then, of course, then the patient will come to me and say, well, what can I do to get rid of my stress? And then I'll say, well, do Tai Chi,
Yeah.
And I know stress is a really broad term. It can mean impatience, overwhelmed with too many things to do, you're irritable, you're sad, anxious, or whatever. But are there any specific types of stress that you might say Tai Chi is really beneficial to help?
Quite really, all stress.
Yeah.
But if we use Chinese terms, Tai Chi helps balance yin and yang. So movement and foundation, I guess, or movement and matter. So we're going round and round, and we're balancing it. So the idea in stress, whether it's a physical stress, a mental, emotional, or, even a spiritual stress, whatever that may be, the idea is that we need to get the chemicals in balance, so that's cortisol and adrenaline. So Tai Chi movement can do that, and also the breathing. So certain types of breathing can pull the cortisol down into a balanced state, that we don't go overly relaxed and sleepy, so we become present and relaxed. We don't need to keep pushing through. I think in Chinese terms they call it wu wei, or doing nothing doing.
Okay.
It's like you're doing something, but you're doing it in such a relaxed way it doesn't seem like you're doing something. So certainly linking the breathing movement, which is what Tai Chi does, brings down all different types of stress.
Great.
And there's even the emotional stress. If I add something here, I was involved with a project through the All Right campaign, which is around mental health in response to people in the earthquakes, and we had a project called Hikitea Taha, called Drawing Up the Breath, and we used Tai Chi movement and breathing to balance people when they were going through extreme times. So that was especially to address with stress and depression around those kind of natural disasters and subsequent insurance and claims.
Okay, yeah, I think we've still got time for one more question. Have we, Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've still got time. No, it's just we know that, within the New Zealand healthcare system, if not within the world, I mean, heart disease is the number one, the big killer.
Yeah.
And you probably, like me, with patients, every second patient is on high blood pressure pills, cholesterol pills, angina pills. Now, can these people take, because I get asked this, can I take up Tai Chi because I'm taking all these, heart medications? Can the Tai Chi actually help with the heart disease?
I think so, yes. I mean, can I prove that? I don't know. There was a research around Tai Chi. When people took up Tai Chi, their blood pressure went up for the first few months, but that mindful anxiety about getting something completely right. And they found that within that study, people that did Tai Chi even once a week pulled their blood pressure down. So I think that was a study that was done in Australia. So in America, I'm aware that Tai Chi has been studied over and over again about the results, on organs in the body, and more specifically the heart, and they kind of measure it like this. You go in and your heart, you might be 40 years old and your heart's the age of a 60-year-old, and you do 6 months of Tai Chi and the heart comes back to your chronological age, if not younger. So that's about the work rate. And
there's hope for me yet then.
Yeah, more Tai Chi.
Oh, listen, man, I think we better finish up here, but before we go, can you just tell us how to contact you in Christchurch, either for acupuncture or for Tai Chi?
Yeah, really straightforward. I'm calling my clinic now Health by Mana. I'm at Shop 3, 384 Worcester Street, just out of the centre of the city. And I have a phone number that's 027 497 6598.
Fantastic. And what I'll also do is in the comments section on the YouTube, because after we get the show here up on the YouTube, I'll put a link to your the clinic website up there. And so that people can contact you. But so thanks very much, Mana, for coming on the show and doing this for us. And I'm hoping a lot of people out there will take up a new Chinese Year's resolution and start Tai Chi. All right. So thanks again, Mana, and we'll probably talk to you again in the next couple of weeks about some other topics about acupuncture.
This program was produced by and first broadcast on Radio Kidnappers, a community access media station. Thanks to New Zealand On Air for making this type of programming possible.